flow, but we started from the gutter. I like it.
Coming up from the crossroads of America, we'll see talented young backs in Cam Akers and Jonathan Taylor. The Rams and the Colts are full steam ahead, and they're headed your way next.
EA Sports coverage of the National Football League is on the air. Just a short time ago, smoke from the pyrotechnics filled the dome as the Colts made their way out of the locker room. We're set for football as the Colts get set to match up with the Los Angeles Rams. Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin, and Charles, we take a look at the Colts entering play. They come in off a loss in the season opener, which doubled as the home opener.
And when you lose that way, at home, season opener, it almost feels like 2 losses. So it's a big fight to get yourselves ready to go to play the next week.
Meanwhile, for the visiting Rams, they come off a good win in the opener on the road, and they get a second road game here.
Yeah, the schedule makers didn't really do them any favors, but if they can win here and get to 2-0 on the road, they can be well set up for the rest of the year.
The final weekend of the summer. Hope you're enjoying it wherever you are as we are off and running on EA Sports. Here's Isaiah Rodgers to return. And no alley to be found. The coverage was solid, and he's dropped at the 18. The Colts getting ready to take over for the first time. And you get a look at their 6-year quarterback in his first season wearing the horseshoe. It's Carson Wentz.
Okay, I thought there was something to build on in last week's game by his performance. I thought he played fairly well overall. The numbers won't knock your socks off. 2 touchdown passes and an interception. The bottom line, though, they lost.
Yeah.
How does he eliminate that 1 interception, continue to take care of the ball, and maybe increase the number of times he puts the ball in the end zone with a receiver?
And he's going to get this one across the 30-yard line. Give him 13 yards on the opening play of the drive and also give him a first down.
That's the type of run that Jonathan Taylor gives you so often, and you just can't take it for granted. He finds a way to get those extra yards. The 3rd running back taken in the 2020 draft, but he had the best numbers by far of any of them. 1,169 yards, 3rd most in the NFL, and by the last quarter of the season, he ranked among the best runners in the league.
Wentz now on first down. He'll drop this down to Taylor, and he'll be brought down shy of the 40 at the 38-yard line. From the 38, Wentz. He's got his target. That's Zach Pascal. And this is going to be another first down as the tackle's going to be made at the Rams' 34-yard line. Wentz now to throw. They'll set up the screen to Taylor. A nice little screen. They get 6 on first down. 2nd and 4. Wentz going to give this to Taylor. And inside the 20 before he's brought down.
We got this.
These are his numbers from last week's contest. 16 carries, 65 yards.
And I know that last week's game is over, but this feels almost like a continuation of what he did in the previous game. It's almost as if in his mind he knitted together the 2 weeks with no break. He's off to a nice start here.
Our game not even 2 minutes old, but a quick red zone opportunity. They have a 1st and 10 at the 18. And he'll take it from the 18 to the 15, a gain of 3. 2nd down at 7. Here's Wentz to throw. And that falls to the ground, incomplete. A nice job of bodying him up defensively, and now it brings up 3rd down. Now Wentz on 3rd down. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Hines. Well, this is going to depend on the spot, but it's not a very generous one. He looks to be about a yard or so short. And the pocket's been protected pretty good here so far on the opening drive.
We always talk about confidence in runners and catchers and quarterbacks. How about the protection detail? They're not allowing anyone near the guy throwing the football.
And on their first drive, the offense staying out there. They're going to go for it on fourth. From the gun, it's Wentz. And he's got his target. It's caught for a Colts touchdown. Cox, his first touchdown of the new season. And the Colts take it right down and score on the opening drive. Building confidence after a loss, that's a good way to do it. The loss last game, but first drive here in this one, cashing it in for 6.
Hey, they can talk all they want about putting a loss behind them. I think that drive there did more than any conversation they had, don't you think?
That's exactly right. Puts that to bed. And this is what they said all week long. A lot of things they needed to do differently. Whatever they said appears to have worked. Extra point by Blankenship is up and good. And it's now a 7-0 game. That time a 9-play drive. And the result for the Colts is a touchdown. So after the touchdown, here's Blankenship kicking off. And he'll just sit on this one as their drive will start at the 25. Rams taking the field, ready for their first offensive series, and led out by their new starter for 2021 in his now 13th season in the National Football League, Matthew Stafford.
And what big news it was back in January when news leaked out that Matthew Stafford was leaving Detroit and heading out west to join the Los Angeles Rams. The Rams are hoping he's the missing piece to the puzzle as they seek a Super Bowl title. Over 45,000 yards passing as a Lion, but not a single playoff victory in his entire tenure. The Rams general manager has said he can envision Stafford staying 5 to 8 years, which would take him into his 40s.
The numbers a week ago for Kupp: 4 catches, 56 yards.
Better tighten up the coverage if you expect to slow this guy down, because if he gets going, he'll eat you up.
Throwing on 2nd and 3. Stafford. And the pressure gets to him and brings him down. Stafford is sacked. But DeForest Buckner using those big hands and getting in there and bringing him down for the sack. They were able to win last week despite him being sacked 4 times. They might need to tighten the reins a little bit, or this one may not end in another victory.
You're right about that. They can't count on just winning the game no matter what happens. They can't let the accumulation of hits and harassment in the pocket get to their quarterback. Got to stop that, give him clean lanes to throw the football in order to have a better chance to win again this week.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. And pressure coming, and they got him once again. Quiddy Pay providing a little deja vu, back-to-back sacks, and now they're staring at a 4th and long. So now make that a 2nd sack for them on this drive.
And Brandon, we hear it every week when we go out to do a game. Everyone talks about playing complementary football. Their offense goes down and scores. They see that, and they want to back them up, and that they did, getting 2 sacks on this first drive.
Here's Johnny Hacker now, as his first punt will come from inside his own end zone. He punted 5 times in the win last week as this one's away. Now a fair catch is called for and taken a few yards across midfield. A 40-yard punt, no return, and the Colts will go on offense here, 1st and 10. Second drive coming up here for the Indianapolis Colts. And coming up on their 2nd drive of the game, had the touchdown last time out. Now they have the football back. Chance to really seize early momentum.
Feels to me like they had a really excellent week of practice, that it all came together. But I'll bet you it got galvanized in the locker room and pregame. Somehow I think the head coach, his oratorical skills were on point.
He gets it forward for 4, maybe 5, but the flags fly. And this one could be coming back. So following the hold, they're in a bit of a hole here with a 1st and 20. They run with Hines. Without the previous penalty, that would have been a first down. Instead, it's just a gain of 10. Well, this defense for the Rams, terrific last week in the season-opening victory.
It was a little bit enlightening talking with the defensive coordinator about their performance last week, because the feeling was that it was a good, solid performance. They did what they needed to do to get the job done and get the win, but definitely a few lapses that they're looking to correct.
It'll go as a loss of a yard, so now they deal with 3rd and 11. Well, this defense for the Rams, terrific last week in the season-opening victory.
But we certainly had a nice conversation with the defensive coordinator, didn't we? And what we heard, I like what we did, but we definitely need more pressure on the quarterback this week.
And it looks like we've got a dime set here defensively. 6 DBs in the game. Now Wentz. They'll find Taylor. That's complete. And they do get this across midfield to the 49, but a small consolation prize as he's well short of the first. 5 yards, not enough, and it'll be 4th down.
We can make this one pretty simple. Locked up all of his progressions downfield, forced to get it to his running back. But how about the way they ran to the football and knocked him down to force a 4th down?
Out is Rigoberto Sanchez on 4th down to punt this thing. He punted 3 times in the loss last week as he sends this one away. So the Rams coming back onto the field, their 2nd drive of the game. The crowd may be losing just a little bit of the edge after back-to-back punts.
They want some big plays. They want to see some offense. They want to see somebody break away, whether it's through the air or on the ground. Now it'll be interesting to see where the patience is on both sides. Each head coach, can you hang in there and not try and force something that could put your team in some jeopardy?
Just what you want on a 1st down run. Call it 8 yards, and it's 2nd and 2. Stafford now to throw. They'll set up the screen here to Akers. And he'll get it up near the 35, right at the 34 here. 2 yards, good enough for a first. Stafford going to give this to Akers. The broken tackle couldn't create a ton of space. He'll be taken down just beyond the 35-yard line. Call it a gain of 4 on 1st, and that'll make it 2nd down. Now it's Stafford. He's got his target. It's the tight end, Tyler Higbee. And a 6-yard gain gets him right around the 43. Stafford on 3rd down. And the open receiver, it's Robert Woods. Got to say, I was a little surprised to see him, Charles, come out in the shotgun on 3rd and less than a yard.
Yeah, but the way the NFL is nowadays, we hardly ever see anyone really run for it on short yardage. So they're going to throw the football more times than not. That was a nice, easy rhythm throw right there, and they pick up the 1st down.
Out from Colts territory, here's a 1st and 10 at the 44-yard line. On the handoff, it's Akers. And he's able to get this one down to about the 40. He's brought down there by Kenny Moore. The 1st down run got 5. Here's 2nd and 5. Back to throw, Stafford. This one to the left to Higbee. He's going to go out of bounds, but he takes this one down just shy of the 20. The Rams, they are on the move. They've got another 1st down.
And Tyler Higbee just keeps getting better and better as a receiver. Makes a nice grab there for a 1st down. In his 6th season now, all with the Rams, 6'6", 255. And we saw Matthew Stafford like working with T.J. Hockenson the last couple of years. He's going to love working with Tyler Higbee.
Come on, let's get it.
They'll run on 1st down with Akers. Twisting away. 5 yards is the tally on 1st down. That brings up 2nd and 5. After one, 7-0 on EA Sports. The Rams with the football here to begin the 2nd quarter. as they are looking at a 2nd and 5 situation. To throw is Stafford. And that'll be incomplete. We do have a penalty flag down, however. Let's see what that's about. So this will be accepted as it moves the offense backwards. And on 3rd and 5, this will be the 8th play of the drive. From the gun, here's Stafford. And this is intercepted, but they'll... Sean McVay unhappy on the sidelines visibly. He's made the decision to reach for the red flag. The Colts D sticking to their assignments, and that brings up 4th. They're taking a peek at whether or not those feet were in bounds, and obviously a big call here in the end zone.
And not just the feet. How about the hands? How's the ball possessed while the feet are hopefully getting down in bounds? That's what they're trying to look at to see if it all comes together.
So not successful there on the challenge, and he'll have to be careful from here on out because he'll only have 1 challenge remaining. So the margin shrinks there as they get the field goal to draw him a bit closer here in this 2nd quarter.
Yeah, nice snap, nice hold. They just want to keep this game close, so give them credit for finishing that one off with 3.
And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. Now Jonathan Taylor and the Colts offense retakes center stage. A good job in the passing game, decent job in the running game, but really they've been more effective through the air. We'll see if that shifts at all as this goes on.
Thus far, it feels like they're calling this game in reverse. Normally you run to set up the pass. Here it feels like they're passing, hoping to set up the run and be more effective later on in the game.
Yeah, you can do it both ways. We usually talk about it in the reverse, however.
No doubt about it.
Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
This defense is really flown around in the first half. They've gotten to the ball carrier before they can really get started. Offense got to come up with something else in order to try and get this running game going.
A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11. Throwing now is Wentz. He'll get that one to Taylor complete. So the screen good for only 2. Now it's 3rd down.
The key to any screen play is all in the deception. That means everyone on the offensive side of the ball. But someone gave it up because that one wasn't very well concealed. And the defense able to rally to him and hold it for just a short gain.
And down he goes. They bring down Wentz on the sack.
And in 2020, this unit was again one of the best defenses in the NFL. They can bring a lot of heat with their pass rush. As a group, they finished with 53 sacks last season, second only to the Steelers' 56, and a lot of it was interior pressure.
Now here's Rigoberto Sanchez as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. Fair catch taken just inside the 40-yard line. So possession goes over here on the punt. And the Rams will go on offense here with a 1st and 10. The Rams offense now making their way out to take over. And last time able to get 3. It's not what they wanted. They wanted 6, but they got at least something. They mustered something out of the drive.
They'll take it. I like the way you've described it. Not ideal, but they'll take it. Anything to put some points on the board. But this time on offense, they don't even want to see the field goal kicker trot on the field. They want that ball in the end zone.
Yeah, they'll be going for 6. And he's able to get this one out closer to midfield across the 45. Off the fake to Akers, here's Stafford. He's got the hook up here to Deshaun Jackson. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. First time they've hooked up here. Good for 17 and a 1st down.
Deshaun Jackson is now with his 4th franchise in his 14th NFL season, but this one, a homecoming a little bit. He grew up in Long Beach, so playing for the Rams seems like a natural. picks up a first down with that catch there.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Stafford. Got a man, it's Higbee, complete. And they do get him down, but not before he's able to slip it inside the 5-yard line. It's a gain of 34.
I'm pretty sure any quarterback will tell you it's nice to have a tight end that can stretch the field. And how about him right there, working in the heart of the defense, and they connect on a very nice play downfield, a combination of talent and toughness to go into the briar patch.
2 big plays in succession. Not sure this D knows what hit him, but now they got to get ready. It's 1st and goal. Michelle. And the reinforcements come in as they're going to stop it behind the line. It's a loss of 4 there, bringing up 2nd down.
That's a really alert defense there because they saw the heavy look come in from the offense, countered it with extra linebackers who brought a little bit of speed and heft, and able to really make a big-time play for their defense.
It's 2nd and goal, back to the 8-yard line now. Now Stafford. And he's not able to get away. Sacked back at the 22. These sacks now, they're starting to pile up, Charles. And that front 7 defensively, they've had their way with this offensive line.
And I think at this stage, we have to start thinking about different play calls. We've got to start helping this quarterback out because the entire game he's been under siege. I don't care what the down and distance. They've got to get the ball in his hands a lot quicker.
They've been denied touchdowns in the red zone twice already. Here comes 3rd and goal. A shotgun snap for Stafford. Looking underneath, he's got Akers. No gain at all on the play there, and that'll bring up 4th down.
As a defense, you're more balanced when you're in zone coverage because you're able to keep your eyes on the quarterback and see the play develop in front of you. They're able to keep the quick pass in front of them and stop it right at the line of scrimmage.
And Gay knocks this one through. And they'll get it back within a point at 7-6. No problems in the field goal department so far. He's 2 for 2.
Pretty reliable here in this game, isn't he? And to me, that bodes well for them. If they need him late in the game, his confidence should be sky high.
And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. So here are the Colts to take over. They're on top here as they come up on a 1st and 10, trying to make amends for that lost week at the hands of Seattle. Shotgun now for Wentz. And down he goes. They bring down Wentz on the sack. Leonard Floyd able to record his 5th sack of the season. And keep your eye on that man. 4 sacks last week, 1 there here in the 2nd quarter. He can be so disruptive.
So what was he doing in the 1st quarter? What was going on?
Took a nap.
I think he tried to lull him to sleep a little bit. Like, yeah, okay, maybe you've got me this week. No longer. And you know, with the 4 sacks last week, it's obvious he gets his in flurries.
And they need to work to at least get some of this yardage back after the sack. 2nd and 19. They give to Taylor out of the gun. And he's going to lose yardage here back to the 14-yard line. Just a 1-yard loss that time, but that's not what they needed. Now they're dealing with a 3rd and long. The defense was ready for the run-pass option. Diagnosed it perfectly.
Not only did they stack him up at the point of attack, but he was met by a host of light-colored jerseys.
The Colts on 3rd down, 0 for 3 to this point. They could use a conversion. This will be 3rd and forever. To throw, it's Wentz. Now that's into the hands of Mo Alley-Cox, the tight end. And he'll be stopped at the 27-yard line, well short of the first down marker. They get 13, but it's not nearly enough. And it'll be fourth down.
Brandon, perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion. They would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion. But I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication. And as he dragged across each zone, you see him pointing, communicating. There he is, and they passed him off to each defender. Ended up making a nice play, even though it was complete.
They'll call that a 33-yard punt with no return. And possession will switch hands, 1st and 10. And now let's look at the quarterback, Matthew Stafford, in our player spotlight. And maybe he's starting to wave the white flag a little bit. He's playing pretty well, but the pressure, it's got to him.
Has to find a way to step around it, step through it, or just handle it. Because as you mentioned, he's having a pretty good day overall. Just the hits keep coming and taking those sacks. That's not the way that they want to finish a ball game with their quarterback on the ground so much.
Now, he'd like to stay upright. When he's been upright, he's been pretty good. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9. Out of the gun, Stafford. And Woods has it complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. Stafford on target to Woods, 1st down L.A.
And that's a 1st down for the Rams after the catch there by Robert Woods. And he's coming up for back-to-back 90-catch seasons. I've always admired his game. Throw it to him, hand it to him. He blocks downfield. A complete receiver that doesn't get the credit he deserves.
Throwing on 1st down, but this one winds up to be incomplete. He was going right back to Cooper Kupp. That'll bring up 2nd down. Now Stafford. It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect. He was in search of his tight end, Tyler Higbee. And it'll bring up 3rd down. Throwing again is Stafford. Right side caught by Jackson. And he can only manage to get this to the 45-yard line. Well short of the first. And this is good. He got just enough to clear the crossbar as he drops it in from long distance. And they jump back in front here. It's 9-7. So he's been a busy man here in this first half. That's 3 field goals for him now.
And not just 3 field goals, but 3 for 3. So even though the offense has struggled a bit putting it in the end zone, they've still been able to come away with points due to his leg.
The drive will start at the 25-yard line here as Rodgers will not return it. The Colt offense and T.Y. Hilton making their way back out. You better believe that he's well aware he has 0 catches right now, and they're losing, so he's probably a little hungry.
And you know the guys on defense are aware as well, and they're really excited that he has no catches, but they're also worried because a lot of times that's like the ticking time bomb. The longer you hold him down when he...
And this is caught right along the sideline. What a job of keeping the toes in bounds there. That one nearly 30 yards, 29 officially.
It's a nice zone breaker right there. Take the tight end, move him out to the slot, then have him run a corner route versus the zone coverage, which means he's going to be behind the shallow coverage and ahead of the deep coverage, put the ball right on it.
On 1st down, Wentz. Throw over the middle, going to be caught here by Mo Alley Cox. And they'll wind up getting this to the 37, gain of 9. Give him 9 there on the 1st down completion. And this will be swung out wide for Taylor. And they'll be inside the 35 now at the 34-yard line.
Another catch for him there on this drive, Brandon. And it looks like they're going to utilize him out of the backfield any way they can. And that time they pick up a 1st down. So now on defense, do you assign a man to him and try and cover him before he gets going?
And he works his way past the line of scrimmage and then slides to a hole. The Colts going to use the first of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds to go in the first half. To throw again on 2nd down. Wentz. And down he goes. They sack him back right around the 41-yard line. Now the Colts going to burn the second of their timeouts as the clock's going to stop with 47 seconds to go in half number 1. Oh, the pressure too great, and he goes down once more. Now the Rams will signal for a timeout, their second, as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half.
As Sanchez on to punt here as he sends this one away.
And no one there to stop it. Hits at the 8, but it carries all the way into the end zone for a touchback.
Well, the Rams going to take over late in this first half, as they will take over here with a little more than 30 seconds remaining.
Just over 30 seconds to go in the half. They've got it 1st and 10. Here's Stafford.
And that one drops down, incomplete. Good coverage there, forced the ball free, and it's 2nd down.
On 2nd and 10. Stafford. Oh, he's hit. He lost the football. Put it on the carpet. And the Colts pick it up. And they will take over at the 29-yard line.
We have seen this before, and we know coaches preach about this and work on it all the time. Catch the ball. You know there's going to be some traffic somewhere. They've got to put it away and secure it as they try and get downfield.
Carson Wentz, along with his offense, heading back out there for their next possession.
And now before the ball changes hands, they're going to take a look at this just to make sure that they have it right. Now the question, was the knee in fact down before this ball comes loose? And is the video convincing enough to overturn it?
A lot of factors here. Remember, you also need clear possession of the football afterwards. This is a tough one to overturn.
So that one overturned. They say the knee was down, and that will not be ruled a fumble.
Following the fumble recovery, Stafford.
He'll get this to Akers out of the backfield.
Give him 6 on the play, and that'll make this a 2nd down. So we've come to halftime. It's the visiting Rams taking the lead to the break. As we'll send you down to Orlando, and we check in with Jonathan Coachman for our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach.
Okay, Brandon, we'll get you back to you and Charles in a bit, but first it's time for a trip around the NFL following an eventful opening weekend. Let's see what's happening in Week 2. Lastly, let's check on one final game for you. And you can see they are scoreless as they play the second quarter. On now to a look at the next-gen stats in that first half for the Rams. And even though they've got a halftime lead, they're likely devising ways as we speak to try and get a little more production from their passing game. Meanwhile, for the Colts, they did not have quite the same amount of success in the passing game that their counterparts did, as you get a look at the numbers there.
Thank you, sir. A field goal separates these two teams as we come back for this second half. Jackson now to return.
And he had no room to run as he's tackled down inside the 20. The Rams offense ready to begin quarter number 3. And they've got the lead. CD, what do you think the message was at halftime?
I don't think the message was too drastic, I think, at the half, or that they need to change things too much. I do think the offensive line could play a little bit better. I think they'll try and help them out more. They'll probably keep a tight end in a few more times and maybe add a running back to the formation to pick up those pass rushers, because they probably allowed a few too many sacks for comfort in the first half.
And able to get this across the 20 before going out of bounds. They'll contain him to just 4. Second down.
Let's make this one simple. What a catch, especially the finishing part of getting his feet in bounds, toe tapping, and of course, foot dragging.
Little tapestry, if you will.
Oh, I like it.
Here's a run with Akers on second down. 2 yards the gain there, and now they're left with a third and about 4 for a first. Stafford now to throw. Man open, it's Kupp. He's got it. And he is going to have a Rams first down as they're able to get the third down conversion. Just his second catch of the game so far. This one moves the chains.
And Brandon, from our time in college football, where receivers weren't running the traditional NFL route tree, one thing they did learn, find open areas, find soft spots, and set up and catch the ball. And I think we just saw that there.
Yeah, we saw that indeed, picking up the first. So they'll come up first and 10 now from the 33. Now it's Stafford. He's got Higbee complete right side. They'll contain him to just 4. Second down. Back to throw. Stafford. And the pressure gets to him and brings him down. Stafford is sacked. That's Darius Leonard, the linebacker who got in and got into the turf.
So he shot in, CD, like he was out of a cannon from that linebacker position. And even though they had a running back in the backfield, no one could stop him.
Well, you certainly diagnosed that play perfectly, because as fast as he got into the backfield, you're exactly right. The running back had no shot to get over and try and protect his quarterback, and a sack resulted.
So now Stafford and the Rams, after the sack, and they're staring up at a 3rd and long.
Open man, Higbee, the tight end. And he'll only get this to about the 35. Well short of the line to gain. The completion good for only 6, and that'll bring up 4th.
Brandon, a good idea there on 3rd down. Run a little clear out and hope you can get your receiver the ball coming across the formation. Nice design, but well played defensively, and they stop him well short.
Here's Johnny Hekker now, as he'll punt it away for the second time. And he gets this away, and look at this. This is a good one. And this is going to hit the goal line and continue on into the end zone for a touchback. Here's the Colts now as they get ready for their first possession on offense of the second half.
And their defense did its job by forcing the punt to start things out. And now, Charles, can the offense get in gear?
I think, partner, you can sense him saying, okay, the first half was theirs, but now let's get the momentum back on our side. We forced a punt. Now let's go downfield and score. If we do that, we'll be set up well for the second half.
Now left side, a completion to his tight end. And he gets this up just shy of the 30 to the 29 before he's out of bounds. Give him 9 there on the first down completion.
On second down, it's Taylor.
And he'll get it up to the 33-yard line. A gain of 5, good enough for the first down. From the gun, it's Wentz. Taken in by Pascal out left. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2. A good pickup there. 8 yards on the first down completion. On second down now, it's Taylor. And he'll get up to the 43-yard line. A couple of first downs has the football positioned at the 43 as they come up 1st and 10.
They'll fake the give to Taylor. Now Wentz. This will be taken in by Michael Pittman.
And he's able to get this to the 40-yard line before he's out of bounds. The passing game for the Colts finding its stride, another first down.
And 40 catches as a rookie for Michael Pittman. He overcame some early injury problems and really developed into a reliable target as the season went on. The son of a former running back, that's what he looks like after the catch.
So from Rams territory now, it's 1st and 10, right at the 40. Throwing now is Wentz.
And going right back to Pittman.
Touchdown, Indianapolis.
Michael Pittman.
His 3rd touchdown now on the year.
Colts are going to jump back in front. I think it's fair to say there's nothing that gets a crowd to its feet quite like a big play, and that was something special there. Boy, was he moving.
And that's the kind of play where you have to kind of catch your breath afterwards. So just give me a second here, because when he shifted into high gear, he was an absolute blur out there. No substitute for speed. We talk about that all the time. The evidence was right there.
And according to Next Gen Stats, his top speed on that one better than 20 miles an hour. Extra point by Blankenship is up and good, and the lead is up to 5. So after the touchdown, here's Blankenship kicking off. Jackson now to return. And no alley to be found. The coverage was solid, and he's dropped at the 18. Here comes Matthew Stafford now to lead his offense back out there. He's hoping to channel his first half play. They had the lead at halftime, was playing well. Flip the script here in the third quarter a little bit.
I think he misses the Pee-wee days, you know, when you just got the orange slice at halftime, right? And remember, there weren't any real adjustments then, right? You weren't looking at some tape, right? You weren't looking at stuff off of the Surface tablets. You just went back out and played. Right now, maybe the adjustments have caught up to him.
We'll see. Maybe he just needs a couple orange slices here for this drive. On second down, Akers. And he is swallowed up right at the line of scrimmage. Officially no gain on the play, and they're left with a 3rd and 8. Throwing on 3rd down, Stafford. And they work this well upfield across the 45. That'll be marked as a 27-yard pickup.
That's a play that will likely be forgotten when you talk about big moments in this game. But plays like this are critical to keep drives going. And if points result, we'll call this play significant.
Stafford on 1st down. Gets this into the hands of the tight end, Higbee. And he'll take this from 147-yard line to the other. A gain of 6. Not a big window to throw. Coverage wasn't too bad there.
Yeah, they had him under wraps pretty well, but somehow able to muscle his way open and catch the ball.
A second down pass play there, but it's incomplete. Now they face a 3rd down and 4 after that incompletion on 2nd down. To throw is Stafford. And able to find Higbee. It's complete. And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40.
Stafford to Higbee there. Rams 1st down.
Now what we're seeing, this is much better from this offense, because so far in this game, no touchdown to this point. And what's usually a direct correlation? Very few explosive plays. That's been their issue. Not able to make that big shot downfield or break one off, but a nice game there for a 1st down.
Now this one to his tight end out on the right side.
They'll be brought down on the 30-yard line after a gain of 6. A gain of 6 there on 1st. On 2nd down now, Akers. And he'll be a little shy of the 25 here at the 26-yard line. This will be play number 8 here on the drive. It's 3rd and a yard.
Going right back to Akers. And Akers, he is not going to get there. They mark him short of the 1st.
They'll be marked inches short. No gain on the play, and that's going to lead them to 4th down. Now, they struggled to get him rolling on the ground in the first half, and that's sort of continuing here in the 3rd quarter.
Yeah, but I don't think it's time to abandon the running game. I would say keep feeding the horse, and I believe he'll eventually reward them, especially as we get deeper in the game.
The offense here not budging. They're going to fight for it on 4th and inches.
They'll run for it with Akers.
And he's able to get the 1st here as he's taken down at the 25. They only needed a few inches, and they didn't get much more than that. But by about the width of a shoelace, they convert on 4th down. On 1st down, it's Stafford. And this one caught along the sideline, but they say already out of bounds. And the throw didn't give him a chance to turn it upfield, and that brings up 2nd down.
We have played 3 quarters. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Back now in Indianapolis. An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. It's the Rams trailing, but they do have the football as we start the 4th and final quarter. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's 3rd down. From the gun on 3rd down, Stafford. He gets it complete to Jackson. And brought down, but not before they get it inside the 10 to the 7. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
And here we are in the 4th quarter, partner, and watch them drive for what would be a go-ahead touchdown. And you and I both know this is where you need a quarterback who can keep his cool back there, not just for himself, but to keep the rest of the team relaxed too.
Only way to get the lead here, of course, with a touchdown, and that's what they're gunning for on 1st and goal. Now whistles and a flag down. I think one of the Rams linemen might have moved. That false start knocks them back behind the 10 now as they'll try again, 1st and goal. They'll fake it. Now Stafford. Toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete. 3 red zone trips have yielded just 2 field goals for them to this point, so they'll be searching for something more on 2nd and goal here. Throwing the out route incomplete. That's Hopkins. And it looks like he'll be just a yard shy of the 5 here as he's out at the 6. The catch good for 6 yards, but now it's 3rd and goal. Here's Stafford. And it's caught. Touchdown, Rams. Robert Woods from 6 yards away. And the Rams are once again going to retake the lead. Plenty of scoring here of late, and our lead changes hands now in the 4th quarter.
Yeah, they just gave up a touchdown the other end, so they knew that with time getting short, they had to put something together here. And they were able to do so and retake the lead right back.
Here we go now as we get set for a big 2-point conversion. Stafford's going to try and throw for it. That's caught. And he will get into the end zone to extend the lead by 2 more. So they make the decision. They want a 3-point lead versus a 2-point lead, and they got it.
Yeah, at this stage of the game, it seems like the exact right thing to do. Put a little pressure on your defense, but the biggest thing now is you're making the other team chase you.
The Rams kickoff team on the field, and here we go with the ball in the air. And here's Rodgers to return. And he'll get it up past the 20 to about the 22. Here comes the Indianapolis offense now as they get set to take over. And they will be looking to answer the touchdown their defense just surrendered. Still a good chunk of time remaining here in the 4th quarter and a chance to regain the lead in a tight one. Some good games going on in the early window. This might be the best of the bunch. Now we'll throw here to his running back. And they'll take him down at the 31-yard line. Tell you what, he's been able to put the ball in some tight spots all game long. That throw, no different.
Yeah, a lot of people would call it a gutsy type of a throw. I think he looks at it as, I can do it, so it's not that big of a deal to me, and I'm going to keep firing.
A good gain on 1st has him set up with 2nd and just a couple of inches now from the 29. Here's Hines. And he'll get it up to the 33-yard line. A gain of just a yard, but it's a 1st down. This is Hines. And he'll just plow right into a host of tacklers. Nothing there at all, and it'll be 2nd and 10. So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10. Now Wentz. Throws this one right side to Pascal. And past the 40 before he's out of bounds. A couple of 1st downs has the football position at the 43 as they come up 1st and 10. On the delay, here's Hines. 2 yards on the carry there. It'll be 2nd down.
Here's Wentz to throw. Throw taken in by Taylor, left side. And he'll be brought down at the 48-yard line. A field goal from this spot likely out of the question. They've got to get closer here on third down.
Oh, he's got his tight end, Mo Alley-Cox, complete.
And he's brought down, but not before picking up the first with a very effective stiff arm. It's a 9-yard gain, and it'll keep the drive moving.
And that's understanding where the markers are, because it's not just running to them. Because on the catch, you can actually be pushed back before the first down. It's getting past it and allowing that opportunity to drift back towards the first down line and still having picked it up. Really well run.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. To throw, it's Wentz. It's complete here to T.Y. Hilton. And he's taken down, but not before reaching the 10-yard line. That one goes for 30 yards.
That could very well be a defining play in this game. A touchdown, that gives them the lead, and they took a major step towards getting there with that big play right there.
Only way to get the lead here, of course, with a touchdown, and that's what they're gunning for on 1st and goal.
They'll run here with Taylor.
And he takes this one in for a Colts touchdown.
Jonathan Taylor.
A 10-yard touchdown run. And the Colts have taken the lead here in the 4th. That almost looked too easy, and I think thanks goes to the offensive line for making it look easy.
Yeah, I agree with you totally on that one. I'm not sure how much everyone understands the preparations that go into a game for an offensive line, because there's a reason that running backs and quarterbacks give them big gifts at the end of the season after a big year. The consistency and the continuity it takes to know each other and execute their blocks is pretty impressive.
Extra point by Blankenship is up and good.
And that will make this a 4-point game.
So after the touchdown, here's Blankenship kicking off. The return man down to a knee, and this will come out to the 25-yard line. And the L.A. offense ready for this next possession.
And they had to wait a long time to get the football back. Probably not what you were hoping for when you got an offense that's humming.
Agreed. What you were looking for is the defense get the ball back pretty quickly, right? Hoping for a 3-and-out. So that didn't happen. You can't yell at your D for that. They've got to take care of their own business and reestablish themselves now that they're back on the field.
A throwing to start the drive, but that one incomplete. An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. Back to throw, Stafford. He'll hit Jackson, complete. And he gets this one just shy of the 40, down at the 39. First down, Los Angeles there with a pickup of 14 yards. Stafford now to throw. Got a man, it's Higbee, complete. And he is out of bounds inside the 35. A very solid gain of 27. Working the sideline there, good route, good catch, first down, and he gets out of bounds.
Yeah, you have to like the play calling because you have to run some guys down the middle of the field to draw some of the defenders away. They can't just let them guard the sideline exclusively. That's how it's going to work. Sideline.
Plenty of shouts from this crowd as they watch the replay. They want a challenge, and they're going to get one. Did he keep those feet in bounds? That's the question they've got to decide. And I got to say, watching it in real time, it was awfully close.
Yeah, it certainly looked like a heck of a catch because he didn't appear to bobble it, which could complicate things. But even with the benefit of replay, that's pretty tight.
Well, here's the call. So Frank Reich had it right as his guys win the challenge. And this will be well too low for him to bring in. It's incomplete.
Possibly a turning point. Big play coming. This is 3rd and long. Now Stafford. Open man is Higbee, the tight end. And he'll be out of bounds after getting this one across the 40. They stop him for only 3 that time, and that'll bring up 4th down. Here's Johnny Hacker now as he's on to punt for L.A. And the fair catch is taken at about the 13-yard line here. A 41-yard punt there with no return. And the Colts are going to take over, albeit deep in their own territory.
Indianapolis offense ready to go again. Right now clinging to a 1-score lead, Charles, and I think operating within that 4-minute offense with a little less than 4 minutes to go applies here, right?
It certainly does, and that means the playbook is still wide open. But you are a little bit more careful about what you're calling. You want plays that are going to gain yardage, how would you say it, consistently, right? You don't need the big shots downfield, but make sure the clock continues to run. Pile up the first down. And the goal, end the game with your quarterback kneeling down at the end, and you still have the lead.
First and 10, Taylor now.
And he'll take it ahead to the 28-yard line. That's a gain of 4 here in the 4th quarter, with them leading by 4 on the scoreboard.
Second down, another run with Taylor.
And he's going to have to protect the football and take his lumps here at this stage of the game as they stop him behind the line. He'll wind up losing 3, and now it's 3rd down.
Fourth quarter, down to the final 2 minutes, and we've got a 1-score game.
So the Colts in possession of the football as we get you reset. They're facing a critical 3rd down now as they try to hold on to this lead. Wentz to throw. Throw left side complete. That's Taylor. And he'll be out of bounds across the 30-yard line.
That one good for only 6, and it leaves him with a 4th down.
They got the completion, but they didn't get the first down, so you've got to think if you're on the defensive side of the ball, you're pretty happy with what you just accomplished there.
Yeah, like you said, got him out of bounds, stopped the clock, kept him short of the marker. Now here's Rigoberto Sanchez as he's on for the 5th time here today. And he deserves a bronze leg as he gets this one away. Call it 46 yards on the punt, just a single yard on the return as he was covered quickly. And out will come the offense as they take over.
So now Stafford and the Rams
down 21-17, a minute 47 on the clock. How will this thing pan out? We'll watch as they come up on 1st down.
They'll begin on the ground with Akers.
And he will lose yardage on the play, back at his own 19-yard line. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
He'll check this down to Akers out of the backfield.
And for the Colts, an extra defensive back in there now on 3rd down. Stafford. He's going to let it fly. And, a crusher there as it's intercepted.
Picked up by Corey Willis.
And this one will be returned to right around the 38-yard line.
Well, you knew you had to take some chances here with the clock winding down, needing a touchdown to win it, and that one might have just sealed their fate.
Yeah, and that's the nature of the 2-minute drill. The offense trying to go downfield and make their plays. But defenses, they're sitting back watching everything that they do, but not too far back. They want to be in position to make a play on the ball, and that they did.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. The Rams going to go ahead and use the first of their timeouts as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming 2nd down play.
They run once more with Taylor.
Now the Rams will signal for a timeout, their 2nd, as they'll talk it over here before what will be an important 3rd down. Back to throw. Wentz. And he can't get a throw off. He's taken down. What a huge play at this point in the game.
Good job, fellas.
And off the crossbar, and it kicks back out. Needed maybe a foot or two, but it's no good as it stands. All things considered, a pretty good kick, just cruel punishment there to be denied by the crossbar.
If you're going to hit from that distance, sometimes you're going to need a little luck, and unfortunately for him, this time the break goes against him.
L.A. set to take over again on offense.
They're down here in a one-score game. At the time, it's a factor, but it's not a huge factor right now, is it?
It's really not, because this amount of time gives them a chance to run their offense.
Oh, a hit. He lost the football. Stafford puts it on the ground. And the offense will get this one back. Boy, that could have been catastrophic at this late stage of the game, but they avoid disaster. It's a pickup of 12, and that'll set up a third down. They'll get to the line here, but remember, it's also third down. And that's going to be incomplete. 12 seconds left. Down 4 late. Got to go for it here on fourth down. Desperation time for Stafford on fourth down. Now a desperation throw deep downfield.
And this is dropped. Oh, it's incomplete. He had a big gainer in his sights, but he could not reel it in.
They had to go for it with such little time remaining, and the Colts are going to get the football in outstanding field position. So this one winds up an Indianapolis victory, and it wasn't really always pretty. They had their bumps and bruises. Really, both sides did, but they did what they needed to do at home to get the win.
Yeah, they really had to grind this one out, didn't they? Because nothing came easy. Every snap was a major league brawl. They had to win at the line of scrimmage, win downfield. They got all those things accomplished. But to win a close one like this, you know, every team wants to be physical. We've heard that a million times, right? But those who are mentally tough, those are the teams that you have to deal with in the playoffs. This was that type of a game.
So for the Colts, they at least get the win here to earn